Hi, I'm Celeste and welcome to Find Your Purple. Today is day 30 on SSSVEDA, a video every day for the month of August. And my theme this month has been pretty much focusing on changes I want to make to my health. Kind of making all the changes in my life, it's kind of come back to, I think, to make a real difference in my life, I've got to focus on health and on my faith. So this month I've been talking about things I'm doing for my health. Things that aren't as quick as a pill or a procedure or maybe even a cream, but over time things I think will make a difference in how I look and how I feel. So we'll see. I'm going to focus on the next 90 days because I keep reading that in 90 days you should be able to see if something's going to work or not. And my hope is that I'll see enough difference that I'll keep to some of these changes. I'm obviously going to stay vegan. That's a part of my life. I'm comfortable with it and I feel good about it, so that's staying. I am going to continue, this one's a little bit trickier, maybe on the enemas once a week, and on fasting maybe once a week or once every other week. Not sure yet on those. I'm going to continue it in some vein, but definitely not every day. I am going to be staying with the rebounder and the vibration machine, both of which I got almost free from a client who was moving and didn't have a space for him anymore. And I'm going to see how that goes. I'm looking at 10 minutes minimum on the rebounder. I'm not hating it, so I might expand that time, but that's going to be there. The vibration machine is another one that, again, I don't hate. So I have it set up in my room and I'm going to be using that. It says 15 minutes minimum, so I might do 15 to 30, split it out during the day. I mean, sometimes it's as easy as just sitting on it, standing on it, or sitting on it. You don't have to do exercises on it. Just the vibration itself is good for your lymphatic system. That's my kind of exercise that I can kind of just sit there. So I am working on that. I do kind of triceps, where I'll put my hands on the vibration machine and then I'll kind of have my butt off the table and kind of hold that position to work on my upper arms. So I am going to be doing that. I am staying with my juicing. I don't do it every day, and just because of the hassle factor, though it's a lot easier with the new knives, but I've been doing it every other day. I try to make enough to last 2 days. With Ashley and I both drinking it, sometimes I run out before I make the next batch, but I am going to continue that. And again, if you haven't tried fresh watermelon juice, it's like $3.98 right now at the grocery, and it's the easiest, now that I have a good knife, it's the easiest thing to juice up a few quarts, and it's my favorite drink, as it turns out, and I can, you can't beat it. I know it won't be available in the fall now. I'm making up as much of it as I can now and enjoying it while the season's here. I'm also switching to a little bit more of a controversial subject. I'm going to, for the next 3 months, drink distilled water. And I know I've been looking into it for the last several months because, again, I had always thought that was awful for you. But distilled water is purified water. You can see the labels say the same. It's purified distilled or distilled, depending on which jug you buy at the grocery. And I've been seeing that that is the same as rainwater and that your body does use it. It's used in kidney dialysis. It's used in many doctors' offices. And so I am going to use it. I've been watching a lot of videos on it. I've been listening to a lot of people, and Dr. Bragg wrote a book on it. I ordered a few of the books that I've been reading about online, and Dr. Bragg is the one who does Bragg apple cider vinegar, and he lived to be 97, only drank distilled water, and was a proponent of it, and wrote some books on fasting and on the benefits of distilled water. So Ashley is going to do it. Since she lives with me, she's on board, so I took the filter I have on the water now, and I'm using distilled water for the next 3 months to see what happens. So I think that about sums up some of the changes I'm making physically with what I eat and what I drink and the exercise that I'm going to put in place. I'm going to still do my morning walks. I haven't done them this past week or two because of the enemas, because I do that in the morning and I'm not comfortable doing that and then turning around and walking. Just a psychological factor at this point. But I am going to get my daily walks in as well a few times a week. So I'm hoping with all those changes that I'll be able to look back 3 months from now and see an improvement. What kind of improvement, I don't know yet. And then if Ashley's doing some of it, it'll be interesting to see if she's having any similar experiences. I did read that with the drinking of distilled water in the beginning, if you go to that it can have some healing crisis as things get flushed out. So, because again, I've been working on being a vegan, so I've been clean for 2 years from that standpoint. Then I did the juicing for a week, and I've been drinking juices. I don't expect to have as bad of one as some people might, but I am prepared to watch for that. But again, that's it for what I've done this month and what I'm going to continue to do for 3 months. And at that point, I'll report back if it was worth it or not. And the changes are small ones in the sense of they're easy to do. Like Ashley said, she didn't even notice a difference in the water. So she's on board with the distilled water because she's just going to drink that instead of the other water. And the juicing, it's there in the refrigerator for her, so she's on board with that one. So we're kind of on a similar journey in a way. She won't touch the coffee enemas with a 10-foot pole. Never even mentioned it to her sisters. But at least, we'll be kind of going down a healthier path than we've been, and it'll be interesting to see what our reactions are in 90 days. So check back then, and hopefully back before then. And again, as always, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.